Hello, everybody. How are you doing tonight? Well, I was just wanting to briefly talk to my beginner homeschoolers out there, but maybe some of my intermediate or advanced homeschoolers can glean some inspiration from this as well. I hope that you're having an amazing Sunday, but I'm talking to all of my beginner homeschoolers because I see and I realize that there are a lot of newbies out there. So this video is specifically for you. However, if you're not new, this video can still be beneficial for you too. But I just wanted to hold the hand of my newbies to let you know that I'm here for you. Don't worry about it. We're going to talk a little bit about this topic of curriculum. And I've been talking about curriculum for a couple of days now, but I've been hitting different various topics in reference to that on my Homeschooling Oils business page on Facebook, and also from my profile on Facebook, Tina Jacobs Ramsay. So I've been talking a little bit about this here on YouTube and also in two different areas on Facebook, because I realize there's a need, because we have a great onslaught of new homeschoolers or many other individuals who are contemplating whether or not they want to come on this homeschooling journey or not, and whether or not they're able. They don't feel like, from what I'm hearing from the community, they don't feel like they're able to do it. So I want to give you the boost to let you know that you can definitely do it. And I have also been hearing from a lot of want to be homeschoolers in the future. They're thinking about doing it. That they're worried about price point and cost, and they have multiple children, or they have a child that has a learning difference or multiple learning differences, and they're trying to figure out how can they maneuver this thing called homeschooling and still provide the education, the substance, the learning, the manipulatives, and everything that comes into play when you're homeschooling a child with learning differences, or even a child that's gifted and talented. How can you do that? And you do that on a budget and without having a traditional box curriculum. So I'm going to tell you right now, this is my personal opinion. I know other people may feel some type of way about this, but I am going to just share with you my personal opinion on whether or not a person really needs to have a box curriculum or not. And for those of you who do not know what a box curriculum is, a box curriculum is something that you buy. You go to a company online, or you can even go to some places like homeschooling events, and you can go and you can buy like the whole year worth of curriculum, all the subjects within one box. It has your lesson plans. Some actually have the science projects in it, the art projects, geography, history, math, language, art, spell. It has all the topics, all the subjects that you will need for the entire school year, including lesson plans and guides and all that stuff like that. Now, some you do have to pay an extra fee in order to buy the experiments part, but some is all inclusive. It just depends on where you go and what sales going on at the time. Well, I'm telling you from personal experience, I have never, ever bought a box curriculum in my entire years of homeschooling. And I have been homeschooling for a little while now, and I have never, ever bought a complete box curriculum. Why is that? Because I didn't have the money. Just be point blank. If I had the money when I first started homeschooling to buy a box curriculum, being that I was so new, it would have been like a comfort for me to be able to go out and have everything already planned for me. But I didn't have that luxury. One income, we still have one income home, two children, one with multiple learning differences, and then one that fell in the gifted and talented range, but yet still has a learning math difference. I was not at the best I can afford one child a complete box curriculum, and they run between on the low end $175, and that's not the complete curriculum. That is like the core top subjects like math, language, arts, and maybe science. But if you want to get the complete thing, my price point that I have been seeing over the years run about 275, 375, 500, 700. It just depends on where you go to get your stuff. That can be on sale or off sale. It's still pretty expensive. And I was at the dilemma of, okay, I saved up. I only have that much for the complete year, maybe $300 for the complete year for 2 kids. So how can I take $300 and put it on one child, and then the other child here on limbo? I'm not causing no division in my household, ever making my children think that I love one more than the other, because I love them both the same and they're both dear and special to me. So I had to figure out a way in order for me to be able to provide a quality education for both children without breaking the bank, because I did not have the money, and I still don't have the money to spend that type of money on 1 year worth of stuff, and there's no guarantee that it's going to work. So you're stuck with all this stuff and it may not even work. I didn't have the luxury or now even to say, okay, I'm going to do this and hope for the best. I didn't have that. So I started searching for things free online. There are a lot of different things that's available online. It took a lot of hours and different stuff. And also I started thinking outside the box. We tend to make things a whole lot more difficult and worry about things that we don't necessarily need to worry about in reference to box curriculum, because we see all these different videos of all these other amazing homeschoolers and they do their great box reveals, and you see they have all these top name brand curriculums, and then they tell you all the reviews, and you're like, in order for my homeschool to be great, I need that curriculum. But then you look at your pocket and you're like, I can't afford it. So I guess my children are not going to have the best. And then you start feeling that incredible guilt of not being able to do what you would like to do for your kids, because right now you're just not able to do it. If you could, you would, but you're just not able. So that's the situation that I have been in with my homeschooling journey. So I have never, ever bought a box curriculum. And let me tell you, my kids have been just fine with me piecing together and building curriculum. So it's just a mind shift of how you think things through. I'm finna tell you a great spoiler alert. Anything can be curriculum. Anything. It could be a newspaper. It could be a magazine. It could be a book. It could be a dictionary. That's curriculum. We don't necessarily think of it as curriculum. We think of it as a resource, something that's going to add to, but that can actually be the base of your curriculum. I personally do not, to go over a certain price point. On my top things, I spend like $35 for something, and I have to absolutely love it. It has to be great. Every now and then, I might spend like $50 on something, and that's only because it might be something that my kids really want, like some Legos or some type of building thing. And I save before I do it, because I don't just have money to be spending like that. So I'm very, very meticulous on how I spend my money and what I do. But let me just share with you very, very quickly. I just bought 2 books, but like I said, you can use anything to do curriculum. It's just how you use it, how you build it, which makes it a stellar curriculum. It's not the curriculum that teach your child, the curriculum does not guarantee that you're going to have an amazing homeschooling year. It's how you present the information and how you use the information that makes a great year. And it can be just a regular old newspaper, to be truthfully honest. I have used that for my math, going in the grocery store, getting all the different sale papers around town, and use that as my math when I didn't have money to buy math curriculum. Yes, I did. And then I would take the kids in the store and do the basic facts. Then I'd take them in the store, give them both a shopping list, and tell them, I need you to go do this, and give them a certain amount of money, and intentionally give them less money so that they would have to bargain shop and figure out what should they do next. I intentionally did certain stuff for them. And let me tell you, that was the best life skill math course it was. But now I'm thankful that I'm able to get a little bit more stuff, because I'm now review different stuff for not a lot of companies, but some companies. And I also know how to buy things for a discounted rate and get discounts on stuff. So now I can do different stuff now. And also I get, I know how to search online and find free or discounted stuff. So that helps me a lot. So let me show you real quick how you can make any book curriculum right quick. All right. Say, for example, you need to teach your children earth science, or you need to teach your children geology, and you go online and you find the most amazing curriculum you think it is, but boy, that price point made you say, I can't afford that. For one thing, and that's not even a core subject like math, science. No, math and reading and language arts and spelling. I can't do that. Look here. This book cost me $5 free shipping. What it says, it's probably backwards for y'all, but it says rocks and minerals. What is a part of earth science? If you look at any traditional earth and science textbook, you will see that they talk about rocks and minerals inside the book. What is geology? The study of the earth and rocks and minerals. Guess what? Just because the book doesn't say geology or doesn't say earth science, this still falls in that category. So instead of spending $50, $60, $75 for that, the only thing you need to do is go to your local Dollar Tree, get you a 1 subject or 3 subject notebook, or get you some loose leaf paper with a folder, a pencil and a pen, and maybe some colored pencils to get a little fancy, some markers, and find some free movie on geology, rocks and minerals, or the earth. Guess what? You have a complete curriculum right there. Let me show you how easy it is to make an assignment from an untraditional book. All thing you have to do is open up the book. It has different things. You look at it and figure out what exactly you want what is the message you're trying to convey with your kids in reference to this topic. Okay, say for example, you want to start the learning on your book, right? It is as simple as this. You start right here in minerals. Give your child a couple of these minerals to study and have them do research online or research in a regular book about these particular minerals. They can write something down. You can even have it branch off into an art subject where they actually draw this. You can even have them do a clay model. Go to Dollar Tree and get some Play-Doh and have them, they even have clay too there now, and have them actually make a model of this rock, how it looks, and actually paint it. So now you're having geology or earth science, you're having art. Then when you give them a writing assignment, now you have English, language arts. And then when you start getting into the history of where the rock came from, you're hitting history and geography at the exact same time. So don't let the cover or the title of the book fool you. This is geology. This is a branch of earth science. We just have to think a little bit outside the box and get creative, especially when our pocket does not have the money to do all the other little things. Now, if you do have the money, now I'm not down in box curriculum, because box curriculum can be amazing, especially if you feel like you can't plan or be creative and do this yourself. But it's so easy. It's just a point of view doing it, and you can do it. But it is good if you have the money. If you have the money to do it, you can do it. So you won't have to do anything but just go by what somebody else said. But with me, I didn't have that luxury, so I had to learn how to be creative. Okay, say for example, you have I don't know whether or not you have your child have a learning difference or not, but let's just talk about high functional autism, because that is one of the things that's in one of the challenges in our homeschool, dealing with learning difference. My son has high functional autism. Now, he's very, very intelligent. I'm not saying nothing about that, because he have my mind going on some of the things and how he explained things. However, my son is very, very literal. Like when it comes down, I mean, if the sky blue, the sky is blue. So one thing that I added to our curriculum is I bought this book for maybe $6. This is, and I bought it from Amazon. I bought it used. It's the American Idioms Dictionary. This is a dictionary. This book is thick. Now, my daughter doesn't have high functional autism, but she is quite literal as well. So what I do is just open up this book, and as you can see, I have certain highlights or whatever, but I take different idioms, and I talk to them about those idioms, and I ask them, I'd be like, what do you feel about this? What do you think about this? And then once they tell me, I said, what do you think this means after we read it? Well, after I read it. And we have a conversation, an open conversation. I call that my classical conversations. I know I know there is a curriculum called classical conversations, but I have my own version of it. So we talk about that, and then I tell them why it means as such. And then I say, well, now let's give some examples of that. And then I find maybe a TV show that is known for using idioms, or I know of a certain show that they like, that they watch, and I noticed that in the episode they use idioms, and then I play that certain video, and I'm like, now, you heard what they said. Now, do you think that was literal, or was that an idiom? If I'm saying it right, I'm sorry, the word. And that opens conversation. So it's an easy way in order, and this is covering language arts. It's just a branch of it. It's not the complete topic, the complete subject, but it's a branch of it, and it only costs like $6 with shipping. So the thing is, it's so many different ways you as a homeschooler, whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced, there's so many ways that we can teach the exact same subjects, but approach it from a different mindset, a different perspective. And it can totally help save you money, and also help you get creative, and also help you better be able to provide the things that you need, but not break the bank or feeling less than because you can't afford this $300, $400, $500, $600, $700, $800 curriculum per child. I mean, that's just not a luxury for everybody. And so what I have noticed is that I see a lot of that going on the channels. We have so many homeschoolers out there, and they are amazing. But one of my problems when I was looking at their videos, a lot of people's videos, was that I couldn't afford most of the stuff that they were showing, whether it was sponsorship, or whether they got it for free, or whether they bought it themselves. Well, I couldn't afford to go out and buy all that stuff. Now, some of that stuff was mind-blowing. It was amazing. And if I had the money, I would have went out and bought it right then. But I didn't. So I'm talking to those new people out there that's just starting your homeschooling journey. I'm talking to you people, my homeschoolers out there, my people out there who are at a crossroad. You're trying to decide, should I send them back to public school? Should I keep them home because I feel like I'm not able to provide what they need in reference to curriculum? So I just want to let you know that you're doing an amazing job. It's different ways in which you can approach the same traditional subjects from a different angle and still provide a stellar education for your children, and don't break the bank. So never feel like you absolutely have to have a box curriculum in order to teach your children effectively. You don't have to. Sometimes it's good to do it if you don't know how to plan, but I hope from my videos you can see how super duper easy it is, and then you can use it in your day-to-day homeschooling, where just glean some inspiration, let you see that you don't necessarily have to have it. But if you can get it and that makes you feel comfort and less stress, I encourage you to get it, because the object of this is to encourage you and to motivate you, but not stress you out. So I just want to talk to the ones who felt like, man, I want to do this, I want to do that, but I don't have this and that type of money. So I just want to show you that right quick. And I'm going to try to do some more detailed videos on how to actually do the whole planning process for those of you who need visuals to go along with it. I think I did a video some years back on how I actually piece together curriculum and do unit studies, how I actually do it. I should have did a couple years ago. But anyway, I probably will redo one of those so y'all can actually see the process of actually developing a unit study or developing a curriculum or a topic on a book that looks like it's not on topic, but it really is. So go ahead to your Amazon and shop used and Goodwill and stuff and build your curriculum around whatever topic you want. And if you can't afford box curriculum, great. But if you can, I hope this video was beneficial. And also, don't forget that even if you do want to do a box curriculum, there are many different used websites that you can actually go to and get the box curriculum for a drop down amazing price compared to the price point of it being brand new. And my children have a pop-up shop on Facebook in which we put a whole lot of our gently used and brand new curriculum books and different stuff like that we have used. Some we have used, some we haven't used, and we put them up for sale. And not one thing in the store is over $15. Everything is $15 and below. So their prices is some things are $3, some things are $5, some things are $8, some are $10, and then some are $15. Usually the $15 stuff is a complete set of something, like not a complete curriculum set, but a complete topic, like science book, workbook, test book, different stuff like that goes together with that one topic. Because a lot of people have been asking me about that. So I just want to let you know about that. So if you would like to join my Children Books for Us, let me know, because it is a closed group, because that's my kiddos thing. And I'm like, I have to screen everybody. But anyway, if you want to do that, just let me know. Because that's a great way in order that you can buy and build curriculum and don't break the bank. So I am going to let you go. You guys have a great, amazing beginning of your week this week, and I will talk to you later. Bye.